Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, this is Jonas Anthony CH Melchett signing back in, and this time with another episode of Behind the Gun with Jonas Anthony CH Melchett. What I'm going to be bringing you tonight, guys, is the SVT versus the G41. This has been something I've been looking forward to. This is some of the most debated guns. Is definitely two of the most all-around guns in Red Orchestra. They breach the gap between the assault rifle and the submachine gun. Of course, you got the guard gun, the MKB 42. I'm gonna be featuring that later. But like a realistic gun that you're gonna be using as a commander, as a squad leader, as an elite assault, and in some configuration, like the G41 is shown on this picture, the sniper configuration. Otherwise, this is gonna be one of the best guns for you as a new player, because it's a very forgiving gun. You're gonna have plenty of ammo. You're gonna have the ability to go out and touch somebody out at a far distance. So really, these are both very excellent guns, but there is some differences, and I'm going to be showing these differences for you guys. So let's jump straight into it. What you see in front of you here is all the stats, and first of all, these numbers has been verified. I have checked them myself, and all of this is accurate. So the first, so you're going to be seeing up here is the weight of the empty gun. You're going to say to yourself, what is this gonna matter? This is gonna matter in the eventuality of your movement on the battlefield. You are going to be moving faster with the SVT 40 over the G41. Then we jump down into bullet damage, like how much are you going to damage your opponent, and they are both 115. That's the same as the K98 and the Mosin Nagant, because they are firing the same projectile, so they're gonna do the same damage, both of them. Then we're gonna move into the fire interval, rate of fire, how fast you can let off your bullets, and again the fire rate, it's exactly the same, and they're both of course semi-automatic. So then we're gonna move down to the spread. What is this? This is like, okay, if you hip fire and just click the mouse button as fast as possible, how much are the bullets gonna spread? And there we see that the SVT 40 is 0.0005 and the G41 is 0.0007. So the SVT 40 is gonna be more accurate when you fire it from the hip. You're simply gonna be able to get a tighter grouping of bullets. Then we're gonna go down to the initial bullet speed. This is the speed that the bullet leaves the barrel with. And we're gonna say, why does this matter? This matters if you are going to hit a moving target. This is gonna affect how much you're gonna be having to lead your target at a. This is not gonna matter on the smaller maps. This is gonna matter on a map like Winterwald or Rakowitz or Bridges of Dresina, the maps with some distance. There the bullet speed are gonna matter, and there the SVT 40 is almost 100 meters a second, like 95 meters a second faster, and that's gonna have an effect. Then we go down to the recoil rate. How much is the gun gonna kick? That is exactly the same. The ballistic coefficiency, that's a nice word. How slippery is the bullet through the air? There we have exactly, again, the same numbers. Then we're gonna come down to the ammo count, and this is when it become interesting, because the SVT 40 is loaded from a detachable magazine. That means you can take off the magazine and set on another one. And the Gewehr 41 is loaded from the top from stripper clips like the K98K. And what that means that actually by just charging the charging handle, you're gonna put a bullet into the chamber and then you can put in a new magazine. So actually the SVT40 is able to be loaded with 10 plus 1. So you're actually going to be able to have one more bullet in the SVT40 over the Gewehr 41, because you're going to be able to have a bullet in the chamber and then change out your magazine. And in game, what that means is you can actually just fire a bullet into the ground, reload your magazine, and then you're going to have 11 bullets in the gun. The penetration power, that means, you know, how much wall can the bullet go through. It's like the Kar 98 and the Mosin again. The SVT is 22.25 and the Gewehr 41 is 23.24. So that means if you're going to shoot somebody through an obstacle, through you know, some of those light walls, the G41 is better. Then we're going to come to the suppression effect, and that is going to be exactly the same again. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come down to the most important thing here. This is the reload speed. How fast are you going to be able to reload your gun? And this is where the numbers become very interesting, because a full reload, like if you're going to reload an empty gun, the SVT40 is going to do it in 3 seconds and 3.24 seconds. And the G41 is going to be 5.17 seconds. So that means that the SVT40 is 2 seconds and a bit faster, just about 2 seconds faster in reloading a full magazine. That's a lot in combat. That is a lot. Again, then we're gonna go to the single bullet reload. You know, you're gonna load one bullet at a time. There again, if you just shot one bullet off, and you want to reload the SVT, he's just simply gonna put in a new magazine, and that means he's gonna do that in 2 seconds and 18, you know, 2:18. He's gonna do it because he's just gonna slap in a new magazine. But because the Gewehr 41 is loaded from the top, when he charges back the charging handle, he's gonna eject a bullet. That means he has to load 2 bullets in. So that's gonna take 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Then we're gonna jump down to the reload animation with between 3 to 9 bullets. If you fire 3 bullets or more, both guns are gonna have to load it from the top via stripper clips. That is both the SVT40 and the Gewehr 41 is gonna be loaded from the top, and that's where the reload animation becomes, or the time becomes the closest, because we're gonna have the SVT40 come in at 4 seconds 22 and the Gewehr 41 coming in at 4 minutes 29. So that means that on reload, the SVT40 beats the G41, you know, hands down in all the categories. Like, you're gonna be able to reload your gun so much faster, you know, and that's of course gonna have an effect on the battlefield. So let's start to talk some conclusions here, guys. Just to jump straight to it, what gun do I think you're gonna have the most success with? I think you're gonna have the most success with the SVT40. You know, that what wins the case for me with the SVT40 is the faster bullet velocity. You are going to be able to hit a moving target better with the SVT40 because the faster bullet velocity, and you're simply gonna have more bullets in the gun. You're gonna have one more bullet in the gun, and you know, in a tight spot, one more bullet is gonna mean, are you gonna die or are you gonna live? And again, the deciding factor on the SVT40 in my book is the reload time. That in almost any scenario, or in every scenario, the SVT40 is, you know, between 2 to 1 second faster. You know, it's gonna be faster. I know on the 3 to 9 bullet reload time, you know, it's like 7/100. You know, it's faster, but it's still gonna be faster. And in a full clip, it's almost 2 seconds faster. A single bullet again is almost 1 second faster. So you're gonna have a distinct advantage over your German opponent, over your Russian opponent, if you bring an SVT40 and he brings a Gewehr 41. Then of course we can jump into the notion that which gun do you like the best? You know, which gun do you feel is the best gun, and that is something, you know, that you're gonna have to decide with yourself. You know, do I think that this gun is aesthetically more pleasing to me? I like playing with this gun. It just feels better. You know, if you think, oh, I'm gonna be able to, I feel like I'm able to hit better with the G41, then by all means bring the G41. But from a totally statistic standpoint, with the stats will tell you that you have a much higher you know, chance of success with the SVT 40 than you do with the Gewehr 41. So that is pretty much my 2 cents on the Gewehr 41 and the SVT 40, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. I don't hope it was it was too long, that I bored you with all my talking, but you know, just have a look at the numbers, try out the guns, you know, make up your own mind, and then write in the comments what you think. I would like to know what you think. Which gun do you like the most? Did these numbers surprise you? And most of all, which gun would you like to see me talk about next? And please, guys, yeah, put your comments in, rate the videos, and subscribe to my channel, and, you know, spread the word about the Red Orchestra, that we actually still are alive, the community, you know, and I'm gonna keep on spitting out these videos. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.